may be, instead of just, disregarding everything and just, creating our own little concrete jungle in reality just to coexist inside of the divine creation. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, just touching on that, the divine truth, we living in a world where we've been fed this idea, and the idea is a bad idea. Simple as that, right? We've been living in a world where we've been taught that we're supposed to dream of a better future or follow our dreams or chase our dreams or whatever the case may be. But what if there was actually a plan? You know what I'm saying? What if there's actually a literal plan and order, like harmony, put in place for us to, be in? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being like a judge or a doctor or a football player, what if our purpose in this life had a more natural meaning? You feel what I'm saying? We just disregarded it because of the world which we were born into in these times. We're born into a more what you call technological period, but we're not using the technology to our best advance. You get what I'm saying? We still slaving, we still working from paycheck to paycheck, and it's like, how is technology benefiting us? It hasn't given us any cures. It hasn't really done anything positive, but it has done a lot of negative. Well, it has done a lot of positive when it comes to like gaining information. So information is a lot more accessible through this technology. That is true. But the inflow of also false information is also accessible through this technology also. So the damage is still equally done, but not equal, way more severe, worse, because it's a lot more negative stuff out there than the actual positive stuff floating around. So, and I got off topic or whatever, but y'all missed me with that. But yeah, the divine truth, right? When we get done playing with our own creations, when we get done chasing our own dreams, once we exhaust our own desires well, we can't exhaust these desires. Once we come to the realization that we cannot exhaust these desires and it's meant for us to actually master them, then we will begin to look at the beginning. What I mean by the beginning, I mean just what's basic, what's natural, what's here. Like what involved, what doesn't need no explanation, right? Just careful, silent observation. Once we learn to just stop chasing those dreams and ideas and just start looking at what our Creator has created, that harmony will set in, and our place and what we're supposed to be in this life will set in. But we got to put down these false ideas, right? These ideas that we feel like will bring us about happiness and peace. You feel what I'm saying? So pause right there.